Good morning. Everything's starting to wake up. I don't know if you can see the ducks out there. They're starting to taking their baths for the morning. You can probably see the way the water is rippling. But anyways, the sun is rising, and it sure looks pretty. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, I had it was either a vision or a dream. I'm not sure. The way it happened was I was laying in bed. I was waking up, and I was praying and just kind of trying to get myself to wake up, and I see I've probably got my eyes closed. Maybe I got them open, I don't know, but it's in the midst of waking up. So it was either a vision or I fell back to sleep and saw a dream. But it happened very quickly. It wasn't something like I was dreaming. It was something like, which it could have been a dream. You see that duck? It's so cool. Anyways, it was I was looking at a forest, and what I saw in the forest was the trees that were coming up, and I was just looking, and there was other people standing with me, and we were looking at this forest, at these trees that were just going up. That's all you saw were just the tree trunks going up, and I saw, it was like a circle. Just beyond the trees, there was a circle. It was a light, it was white. And about the size of a plate, I would say, a dinner plate. And as soon as I saw that light, it just came. It came like an explosion. Like the light came to where we were standing, I was standing, we were standing, and it came so fast that we fell on our knees, on our faces, before we even knew what had happened. It was like the light. Okay, so if you would imagine the atomic bomb, and the atomic bomb just blew up, and you were standing real close to it, how it would blow up, and before you would even know what happened, you would already be on your knees, already be off your feet and on the ground, probably laying on your stomach. You'd be on the ground anyways. But that's what this was, and I was like, oh my gosh, what was that? What was that dream about? Because it was really intense. I mean, that light, you saw the light, and then it just went right through you and past you. And did you see that duck? And when it went through you and past you, it was kind of like I said, it was like an explosion. That light was, and it was so white, and it was so bright that when the light came, everything was light. You couldn't see the trees anymore because everything was just bright white. And that was my dream, or my vision, whatever it was. So I laid in bed, still thinking about that, because it was shocking. It was really, really shocking because it was so intense. You know, I remember things in the Bible that that tell you where the children of Israel were in the desert, and they had went up to Mount, or they were going to go up to go see God, and they saw him, or the brilliance of him, and they were scared to death and they couldn't go any further. And it's kind of like what this was. It was just so intense. And the fact that all of us fell on our knees before we even saw the light. I mean, the light, it just happened. Just huge. Just happened like so fast that we were on our knees before we even knew that the light had came. I wish I could explain it more than that, but it's like we fell to our knees to worship God before we even knew we should fall to our knees to worship God. It was like us worshiping God wasn't even our choice. We were on our knees. Not even on our knees, we were prostrate. We were on our stomachs, face down, prostrate. Because the brilliance of the light was so bright and so massive that we didn't have any other choice but to fall on our face before God. I could explain this more, but all I guess I can say is that to anybody that thinks that they will never worship God, sweetheart, you're not even going to get the choice. Every knee shall bow and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. And after seeing that vision, I understand. You won't have the choice. You will be prostrate before God before you even knew what hit you. Before you even knew it was God there, He would have you on your knees in front of Him. Because He is that pure and that white and that holy that you have no other choice but to fall on your knees before Him. Bow down and worship Him as God and King and Lord. I hope that you choose to worship God in this lifetime and not just in the lifetime to come, because then it's going to be too late. Today, this life right now is where you want to decide to worship God and to serve Him as God. Because right now is when His grace will be extended to you. If you wait longer, your name's not going to be written in the book of life. You will worship Him. You will declare that He is God and He is King, whether you want to or not. But I hope you do it before the books are open and what we have done comes to light. It says the book is going to be open and we're going to be judged according to what we have done. Now, when it comes to what we've done, everybody has done not good enough to go to heaven. But through the work that Jesus did on the cross, if we accept him as Lord and Savior of our lives, then what he did on the cross, that righteousness becomes our righteousness. And then our names are written in that book of life. Now when heaven comes, or when the end of this world comes, or when you die, that book is already written. It's already done. When you die, that book is done. Either your name is in that book or it's not in that book. Whether it is in that book or it is not in that book, you still will be falling prostrate before God, declaring him as God, as King, as Lord of all. And then your judgment will be handed out. Don't wait, guys. Today is the day. Today's the day.